The Sims. Again, still one of the most iconic real-life simulation game franchise ever made so far. Previously, I've made several fun little details videos for The Sims 2 and The Sims 3. Now, I decided to do The Sims 4 justice. Sure, the two previous Sims games might excel better in terms of small details along with many other aspects like gameplay depths in my opinion. Object babies, I'm still looking at you. But even then, The Sims 4 still has many interesting details here and there that we sometimes overlook. Hello guys, this is onlyabidoang and today I'm gonna be showing you fun little details in The Sims 4 this time that's not in The Sims 2 and The Sims 3 for PC and Mac. Please don't kill me for making this video. So without any further ado, let's take a look at them. When Sims are cleaning up dishes that still have a little bit of food, the food leftovers will be thrown away into the trash can first before the dishes get washed. If your Sim takes a bath with low energy need, they might doze off and take a quick nap in the bathtub. Parents can give the woohoo talk to teenagers. If done, both the parent and the teen will end up getting embarrassed for having such an awkward conversation. The Sims 4 is the only Sims game so far where you can pick different types of walk styles in Create a Sim, which really gives Sims their own personality. There are many types of walk styles to choose from here. Every Sim will either be right-handed or left-handed. You can see the difference in certain interactions involving holding objects. Both of them are hidden traits and are assigned randomly to every Sim, so you cannot choose which hand your Sim prefers unless you use cheats. Sim's lips will actually sync to what your Sim is speaking in this game. This applies to talking, singing, and more. In previous games, lips movements are tied into their animations, so it will look a bit off at times whenever they speak. In Sims 4 Get to Work, if you're about to give birth, you can do it in the hospital and see the full event happening live inside it. You can also give birth in a hospital in The Sims 3, but since it's a rabbit hole, you won't be able to see what's happening inside it. When Sims are walking on a sandy surface, you can see their footprints on the sand. The same goes for pets. And it doesn't even happen only when you're walking, but also all actions that involves a lot of feet movement. This isn't a thing in The Sims 2 and The Sims 3. You can see toddlers and child Sims' imagination forming when they're playing with toys. Besides with toys, you can also see their imagination coming to life when they're playing with this jungle gym or this water garden. If you try to select older Sims, the imagination won't be visible anymore. If the monster under the bed appears, child Sims can befriend and socialize with them. Like before, if you switch control to older Sims, the monster won't be visible. In Sims 3 Supernatural, there's also a monster under kids' bed, but kids couldn't directly socialize with them. If an elderly couple still has a wedding arch, they can still use them to renew their wedding vows. Even though it's not perfect, multitasking is still an exceptional and complex feature in The Sims 4. Sims can take a dump while using a tablet, using the treadmill while having a chat and watching the TV, eating and drinking at the same time, chatting while swimming, drinking and taking a bath, etc. Sims can sit on the edge of the pool. They can also do other stuff that they usually do when they're sitting, like eating and drinking, using the phone, chatting by the edge, making out, etc. Additionally, Sims that are swimming can splash them. In The Sims 4 Island Living, Sims will get 10 lines according to the outfits while suntanning. It applies to sunburned Sims as well. Also, prepare to be shocked if someone happens to prank your Sim with sunscreen while they're suntanning. Sims can get suntan and sunburn in The Sims 2 Bon Voyage and The Sims 3 Seasons, but there won't be any tan lines regardless of what Sims wear at the time. In The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs, if you have cats and own a robot vacuum cleaner, sometimes you can find them riding on top of the vacuum cleaner to wherever it goes. Cats can freely walk and jump on different surfaces such as counters, tables, fridges, couches, beds, and even some objects around the dock in Brindleton Bay neighborhood. They can even jump between tables. Also, more than one cat can walk on the same surface. The difference with The Sims 2 and The Sims 3 is that they can only jump onto them but not walk on them freely. Toddlers can eat food differently based on their movement skill. If it's low, they'll eat with their hands, but if they have high movement skill, they'll eat with a spoon. If Sims die because of drowning at open bodies of water like the ocean or a lake, the Grim Reaper will rip the Sim while wearing snorkeling goggles. In the end, their urn will appear floating on a buoy. If a Sim in your household goes to space with a rocket ship, another Sim on land will be able to watch the space launch through the computer. Ghosts can possess bonfires, and if they do, the flame will transform into a skull shape. Toddlers can play with cats and dogs by imitating and acting as them. This is such an adorable interaction. Angry Sims will slam the refrigerator door shut after using them. If you ask the Grim Reaper about their career, you'll get some unique answers. The same goes if you ask if he's single or not. You'll also get a unique transcript if you try to eavesdrop on him by using the eavesdropping device from the Strangerville game pack. When a Sim is riding a bicycle, the animation when they're riding on a flat surface, uphill and downhill will be different. When Sims are pedaling uphill, the rider will lean forward and pedal with more effort, but when it's downhill, they don't pedal at all. Sims with the lazy trait can take a nap on single chairs like dining chairs or living chairs, but they'll do it in a sitting position. Sims who is feeling sad will actually cry and weep while showering, and it's such a heart-wrenching sight. Different types of occults have differently styled tombstones and urns when they die. Here's what it looks like for aliens, here's for vampires, here's for spellcaster, and here's for servos. Mermaids, on the other hand, don't really have any unique tombstones. After trying for baby, Sims can take a pregnancy test from the toilet. If it's negative, they will be sad. And if it's positive, they will be excited and proceed to announce it to their partners if they're nearby. Toddlers can play in various objects like counters, dressers, bookcases, plants, and trash bins. You can also find them holding different kinds of objects while playing. And Sims 4 get to work. If you invent this satellite dish from the scientist's career and place it around your lot, you will unlock this weirdly titled secret channel on your TV. If you watch it, the channel will be filled with shows featuring aliens, such as sitcoms, news reports, cooking shows, and sports shows. In The Sims 4 Parenthood, when a child Sim likes to play with this child doctor set, grows up and becomes a doctor from Get to Work or a vet from Cats and Dogs, the Sim will receive a happy moodlet for achieving their dreams. Stuffed animals change their eyes depending on how you treat them. If you always talk to them, play with them, or hug them, their eyes will appear cheerful. But if you keep hitting or yelling at them, their eyes will be sadly closed. If you have a book that you've written yourself in your inventory and have a standing microphone lying around, you can read excerpts from your written book using the microphone to an audience. Toddlers can use short stairs in Sims 4 even though they struggle to do it sometimes. But once a toddler improves their movement skill, they can unlock the ability to traverse through longer stairs and will be less likely to stumble. If there's a tombstone or urn of someone who just died in a Sims inventory and also a podium from Sims 4 City Living, Sims with level 7 charisma skill can give a eulogy regarding the deceased Sim. If only we could hold proper funerals in this game. Older Sims can coach child Sims to swim when both of them are swimming. The tutor will give some advice to the child, but I'm not sure if there's any change in their skill gain here. When the Grim Reaper drinks, the beverage he drank will get spilled into a puddle on the floor. Toddlers can learn to dance. At first, they might only bop to the music, but as their movement skill progresses, they'll have more variety in their dance moves such as waving their hands, clapping, and spinning. In Sims 4 Get to Work, detectives can check on the arrested Sim's fingerprints. But if the Sim is actually a disguised alien, the machine will show an error and the detective will confront them, revealing their actual identity. When your pet runs away, toddlers and child Sims can ask adults if they're ever gonna come back. The adult Sim will then comfort them so they won't get sad anymore. Sims can hold and drink 2 drinks at once. The Sims will drink from one hand first and they'll go for the other one. And and so on and so forth. Besides giving them a bottle of milk, Sims who just had babies can also breastfeed their babies. Surprisingly, this feature also applies to pregnant male Sims who got abducted by aliens from The Sims 4 Get to Work. Sims who are on fire can extinguish themselves if you click on them. Pets who died of old age in Sims 4 Cats and Dogs will have an actual dying animation if they die of old age, which is realistic but still really heartbreaking to watch. Don't worry, I brought them back to life after this. This is different from Sims 2 and Sims 3 where they will be taken to the afterlife directly by the Grim Reaper in such a bittersweet way. Besides being trained by adults, toddler Sims can increase their potty training skill by watching other toddlers doing a potty too. Poor quality drinks have slightly different look than their higher quality ones. If Sims prepare low quality drinks, they are put in a different container like plastic cups instead of glass. It even applies to a glass of water, though for some reason it has a slice of lemon on it. Well, no wonder it's low quality. It looks like a completely different beverage. Damn it, Emily! Besides being able to swim in a swimming pool, dogs can swim in open bodies of water, like lakes and the ocean. Sims 2 dogs cannot swim at all, and Sims 3 dogs can swim but only in swimming pools, not the ocean. If you know about these small alien collections that you get after exploring space, you can also collect the dead version of these aliens, right? Well, apparently, playable aliens from The Sims 4 Get to Work can revive these dead aliens to revert them into their live version, which can be a quicker way to complete the collection. Besides climbing down ladders, you'll also get the option to slide down, so the descent will be much faster. I just wish Sims do it automatically because they usually prefer to climb down instead. And finally, you can play fetch by throwing a ball into the swimming pool with your dog. The dog will then jump straight into the swimming pool to grab the ball and hand it over to you. Before ending the list, I want to give an honorable mention to this one last detail. So I've read that cow plants used to dance if you turn on a stereo near it, which I think is amazing. But when I tested myself, turns out that it doesn't work anymore. I've looked about it and apparently many people have the same issue. This feature was also featured in one of the first Sims 4 trailers. I even checked into the codes and it's still there, so I can conclude that this feature has either been removed or is broken in one of the updates a while ago. This is unacceptable. This is a slander to our beloved cow plants. You know what? I'm gonna start a movement about this. Hashtag let cow plants dance again. Anyway, those are some of the details I found in The Sims 4 that's not in The Sims 2 and The Sims 3. Before ending this video, I just want to give another huge shout out to these Twitter users for helping me on cross-checking the details and make sure it's not in Sims 2 and 3. Their contributions are very much appreciated. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you like this kind of Sims videos and want more, be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. See you later!